Frank Street and taking a mother of 2 kids away from their family, and also now she's sitting in jail, and the kids, Shelly! And from that moment, and after we heard that the incidents that also happened in Sowington, where ICE agents use racial profiling to detain 4 workers for a car wash, we say enough is enough, and we have to say something about it. That's why we're here today. So before I start introducing the people who will be speaking today, I want to read a statement from Kevin. And who is Kevin? Kevin is a high school student from Maryland who also was detained when he was going to the check-in. Shame. And basically, his graduation was yesterday, and from the statement of somebody who was there yesterday, he said that's one of the most saddest graduations that this person has been witnessing. So the statement from the family says, "We feel sad because Kevin could not be at this graduation. Kevin was enamored with the idea of graduating. He was also looking forward to it. Our hearts hurts a lot because we did not think this tragedy will happen. This day was so special to him, but ICE took him away. The only remains of his hard work are his graduation clothes that remain in his room. Our family has faith that everything is going to be okay, that Kevin and his dad are going to return home very soon." So from that statement, I want to introduce our friend and warrior, Kika Matos, the president of the National Immigration Law Center. Thank you.
I just want to start off by reminding everybody who we are as a city. We are a proud city of immigrants. And we are here today
productive member of our community. And it is appalling what we are seeing around our nation in Los Angeles, and the fact that the Trump administration is bringing military to address what are largely peaceful demonstrations. And in New Haven, we saw Monday something that is just shocking. It's just shocking. A mother that was getting her two young children of 13 years old and 8-year-old into a car, and ICE pulls up on that car and pulls the mother from the car and arrests her in front of her two young children. What kind of human being does that? I have two children that are about the same age, and I can't even imagine what my two daughters would do if they saw my wife being arrested by masked people who just pull up next to a car. I can't imagine what kind of trauma they would go through. And these two children now have to deal with a mother that disappeared one day when they were going to a New Haven public school. It is shocking, and New Haven will fight back with every possible resource that we have. These are not just words, these are actions. We have sued the Trump administration when the Trump administration tried to stop funding because of our status as a welcoming city, and we have been successful. We were the only East Coast city on that list that sued the Trump administration. I commit to you that we will continue to be a welcoming city that welcomes every person, because it is the right thing to do, because it is something that expresses our values as a city, and we are here together to say that New Haven has every legal possibility, every legal access that we can to fight for the rights of our residents. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Taylor Jack. I'm a part of the Connecticut Democratic Socialists of America, also part of the New Haven Immigrants Coalition. And I just wanted to pass on the mic now to one of our labor union leaders. We have here a teacher, a labor union leader. We have Leslie coming up next. So
Teachers. I'm a teacher, I'm a mom, and I'm here to denounce the authoritarian tactics of the Trump administration, what they did here in New Haven on Monday, what they're doing throughout this country to terrorize families, to terrorize children, and to separate families. And we say enough is enough. Right. Clear. What the Trump administration is doing right now is the opposite of making people safe. They are hurting families and creating stress, trauma, and disruption that is not making people safe. It is making people more vulnerable, more at risk. And I know this because I spoke to the teachers at the school where the family was separated on Monday. Where, as Mayor Elliker said, when the mother was taking her children to school, the children themselves witnessed it. The children themselves are now suffering with that trauma, and our teachers are part of a rapid response network to make sure the family gets the resources they need, because as Mayor Elliker said, it's unfathomable to think that a mother is going to be taken from her children in broad daylight by masked men working for Donald Trump. It's disgusting, and we denounce it. A proud representative and coalition member with people who are committed to the work. Because as we saw in California with the arrest of David Huerta, labor leader, it's not just about immigrants, it's not just about labor leaders. There
So te queremos. ¿Cuándo? What do you want? When do you want it? The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Stop deportations. No. Stop deportations. Stop deportations. Listen, let me tell you a secret. The reason we're doing this demonstration in this building is because the lady who was detained on Monday, guess where she was holding first? Here. Right here. Upstairs. In this building. So that's why we say, if they have the office there, so we go to their office. And remind them that we're watching them and we will not be allowed to keep attacking our community. I'm going to pass the microphone to Jenny King, a great pastor from Guilford, from representing children in Divisor.
What does democracy look like? This is what democracy looks like. I want you to look at your neighbor, shake their hand, and recognize that all of us here are grassroots supporters for democracy and for the safety of our immigrant families. Say hello to your neighbor. Howdy. Now, as a clergy person, I want to
Dude, you got right in front of me.
Sorry. The spirit of all of us.
I'm standing here, so it's my line of sight. Thanks.
I want to remind you that the great spirit, the spirit of all of us, unite us together. We know that this is not an individual fight or any one issue. We are standing up for kindness. We're standing up for compassion. We're standing up for justice. And we're standing up for safety of immigrant families and ultimately our own safety. It is a blessing for us to be together as divided and diversity that we represent. And from my own tradition, St. Paul gave us a prayer when the people of his city were being picked up by the Roman ICE people, being arrested. And his words are, stand up, keep walking. Stand up, keep walking. Don't be overwhelmed by fear, and together we can make a difference. Blessings to all of you.
Thank you, Gina. All right, up next, we're going to listen to the voices that are most impacted. We're going to have a high school classmate of one of the students that was detained earlier this week, where the students led a walkout earlier today at 11 a.m. at Meriden High School. Let me introduce you to Layla.
I just wanted to take a quick second to tell you a little bit about my classmate Kevin, who was detained only 3 days before our graduation. Really unfortunate. He was in the chair right next to me, so having that empty chair at graduation was just a terrible reminder of what's going on in our country right now and what's going on in our own school system and to our youth. This is absolutely unacceptable. So thank you for everyone for coming out today and being on the right side of history. Give yourself a round of applause. During Trump's first administration, I was fighting for one of our community parents who was being deported and taken away from their family. And now, his second time in office, unfortunately, I'm here doing it again, now for my classmate. This is absolutely unacceptable. Our government officials should be protecting our youth, our parents, our elders, our children, our disabled, our LGBTQ, our Palestinians, and everyone else. Everyone in America deserves their voice to be heard and deserves safety. And keep doing what you're doing, keep fighting for what's right.
Thank you, Lola. I've already been here, but I'm going to say some words myself. Again, my name is Tate Lipchak. I'm part of the Connecticut Democratic Socialists of America, also part of the New Haven Immigrants Coalition. So, buenas tardes todos. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. I also want to extend gratitude to our friends at Unidad Latina en Acción. Thank you, John, for doing the work. For fighting for immigrants all these years in New Haven. Estamos aquí para levantar las voces no escuchadas. We are here to speak for those that are not able to right now. For our ancestors that struggled in order to provide us this opportunity to fight back. For the mother in our community that was abducted by ICE just 2 days ago and held in this building before quickly being transported out of state. For the 4 men in Southington that were abducted while working at a car wash, while doing their job, community members. The Connecticut community has failed these 5 people this past week. We as a community need to be organized so that we can respond like that when ICE tries to fill quotas by kidnapping our community members. The truth is, we cannot rely on a sanctuary status in this city or this state. Lamont doesn't care about his most vulnerable population. He shut down the community calling for the strongest possible Strengthen Trust Act. And Democratic Congress members Johanna Hayes and Joe Courtney just voted to thank ICE for what they're doing. California had sanctuary status, and look at how the Democratic-run cities and state over there failed to protect their community members against the military-style ICE raids. The Democratic politicians here are also selling out the lives of our community members. They've been doing this all along. To Palestinians, to those deported under the Obama and Biden administrations, and to those in black and brown communities here that have faced decades, if not centuries, of racialized violence in many forms. Both parties uphold the systems of private prisons, of racial capitalism and imperialism. Now is the time, Connecticut. Ya es el tiempo. Now is the time to fight back. The struggle is the same. Look at how many Palestinian keffiyehs you see around this crowd. We need to show up for each other. Whether it's for a free Palestine, for black lives, for indigenous lives, for women's rights, for gay rights, for workers' rights, for education, for science, for the survival of our planet, our liberation is interconnected. And when we as a humanity achieve our liberation from this economic system of the top 1%, it will be sweeter than we could possibly ever imagine. And last thing I want to say, it is okay to be angry. It is rational to be angry. It is reasonable to be angry right now at seeing the injustices of the world. But I want to correct something. This anger is not out of a hate for others. It is for a love for our people. Repeat after me. From Palestine to Mexico. From Palestine to Mexico. All the walls have got to go. All the walls have got to go. From LA to CT. From LA to CT. ICE, you have to leave. ICE, you have to leave. Thank you. All right. I'm going to pass it to another community leader here. He's the leader of Jewish Voice for Peace in New Haven. I'm going to introduce you to Shelly.
Okay, everybody, today's my birthday. I don't want you to sing to me, and I don't want any cake. What I want is you to help me chant. No matter what I say, your response has to be, face us all. You got it?
Face us all.
Okay. Come for one of us.
Face us all!
Very good. Come for one of us.
Face us all!
Come for one of us.
Face us all!
Come for immigrants.
Face us all!
Come for climate.
Face us all!
Come for unions.
Face
teachers. Come for students. Come for Gaza. Come for the West Bank. Come for health care. Come for reproductive rights. Come for LGBTQ+. Come for the unhoused. Come for the working class. Come for one of us. Come for one of us. Free LA, free Connecticut, and free Palestine.
Up next, we're going to hear from a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I'm going to introduce you to Fable.
Thank you. I'm a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, as well as a member of Trans Haven, organizing here in our community. I want to talk today about violence, specifically the violence that ICE acts upon our communities. It is not often referenced enough when we're talking about ICE activities that they are violent. It is violent to go and abduct children and their parents from schools and deprive them of their right to education. It is violent to go into courtrooms and to abduct immigrants and deprive them of their right to a due process. And it is violent to deport people from their workplaces and deprive them of their right to a gainful employment. What we are seeing here in New Haven and in LA and across the country is a violent military occupation of our communities. And they are targeting those of us who are most vulnerable. And that is why when they come for one of us, they face us all. Because whatever we let them do to immigrants, they will do to everyone. They are going for those at the bottom that they think they can get away with. But we will not let them get away with it. And I want to speak on as well that this issue is not limited to Trump and the Republicans. As was already mentioned, 75 Democrats recently praised, they gave gratitude to ICE and what they have done. Democratic representatives from Connecticut said they are thankful for ICE coming into our communities and attacking our neighbors. So we are not here representing either Democrats or Republicans. We don't care what color your tie is. We are here representing the people, the working class of this country. Because we are tired. We are tired of hearing words and no action. We are tired of hearing calls for resistance, but nothing is being done to stop what is happening to our communities except for us. We are the line. We are going to continue to organize to defend our communities from the violence that is ICE. Because they are bringing it home. Violence is not limited to here in the United States, as many people already brought up today, and the sign says right next to me, Free Palestine, ICE and IDF, one struggle. Many of our police and ICE soldiers are trained by IDF soldiers. The violence that is enacted upon the West Bank and Gaza is being brought right back here to our homes.
Yes.
And we will not stand for it. We have solidarity, whether it is across the border with Mexico or with Gaza or anywhere else in the world. We stand together. I just want to also note that all of this targeting of immigrants is nothing but a distraction from the real problems in our country. They want us to fear our neighbors. They want us to inflict pain upon our neighbors so that we don't look up. We don't look up at the 1%
Now I'm going to introduce another member of the New Haven Immigrants Coalition, a comrade, friend of mine. We have Hope Sanchez.
Hi, everyone. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes when I'm at these kinds of events, I forget to breathe. So, being someone who works in the cultural and artistic spaces, I want to remind us to take a breath right now. This is heavy. This is really heavy shit, you guys. They are coming to our community. They are coming to our neighbors here in New Haven and across. And they are denying the rights of the folks who exist here. And they're trying to scare us. And they're trying to get us to be afraid of one another and to look over our backs constantly. To forget to breathe. To forget to care for ourselves. To run ourselves dry. To be exhausted by the amount of work that is in front of us. To fight this kind of fascism. And that means you have to take care of yourself. And the New Haven Immigrants Coalition is a really incredible, vast network of folks who are doing all kinds of work, from direct services to legal representation. And what I actually want to remind us to do is that we have to create these really sustainable webs together of support, right? So that we don't give in to the burnout and the fear and the anxiety and the freeze. So this coalition is here to ask you today to be a part of that work. Yes, we need you to show up at actions like this, but we also need you to get really smart and know your rights, because they are scared, and you know how much time it takes them to get one immigrant out of a community when the community has that person's back. They have these insane quotas, 3,000 people a day. We're going to make it to the Canada to get 3,000 right? Yeah! You're going to remind your neighbors, and you're going to stand up. If you have the privilege like me to be born in this country and not immediately under threat for the immigration issues, you're going to know these rights, and you're going to stand up when you see anything in your neighborhood. You're going to call our rapid response line. I'm going to wait. You're going to take your phones out. We'll get there. But you're going to call that rapid response line when you think you see ICE in the community. Even if you're not sure, you're going to call this line. And if you see someone and they need help, you tell them about this number. That number is 854-666-4472. That's 854-666-4472. And they're going to call this number. The other thing is you're going to teach each other your rights. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain still and not answer a damn question. You have the right to keep your front door closed. That is your private property. You have the right to not allow anyone into your private place of business. Managers, I'm talking to you. So we're going to keep our rights well known, front and center. We're going to help each other out. And that's how we're going to keep each other safe. So thank you all for being here today. I'm going to introduce our last speaker. We've got Evan from Civil Liberties here to speak with us today.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
I'm Evan. I'm a member of the Connecticut Civil Liberties Defense Committee. I'm also a rank and file Teamster. I work in manufacturing on an assembly line. And I have to say that I'm so grateful for everybody that's here right now. I'm grateful for the press to be covering this important mobilization. Telling you where to stand, which is also appreciated. And I have to say that it's become very clear over the last weekend and leading up to it, what are the forces in this country? On the one hand, you have the rich, represented by people like Stephen Miller, who throws his trash on the ground and explicitly calls for Latino janitors to be the ones to pick it up. He says, why should I have to pick up my own trash? These are the people that are writing immigration laws. These are the people that are calling out ICE agents to do deportations. These are the people that are taking every federal law enforcement officer and putting them to deportation. Because that's something that is, I think, undiscussed in the press. Is that the FBI, the ATF, all of these law enforcement agencies, they're not enforcing white-collar crime. They're not going after the big businesses. They're not going after the CEOs. And as much as they did that before, they've been reassigned. They've been explicitly reassigned to do protest policing, to protest immigration, and to go that's another thing that is starting to shift. It's not new, but they're starting to institutionalize it, is that now the Trump administration is saying, if we will deport you anywhere in the world. You could be a citizen of the Bahamas. We're going to send you to Senegal. We're going to send you to Libya. And this is completely outrageous, and this is why we're mobilizing today. And so I want to conclude by saying that we're winning. The Trump administration, all of the Republican Party, a lot of the Democratic Party, they think that they can scare us. They think that they can mobilize these shock troop, stormtroop-looking people in the streets with long guns, threatening our communities, attacking us with so-called less than lethal weapons. But that's not enough. Because where is Kilmar Vega Garcia? He's in the United States. He has to be returned. Where's Teresa Huster? Is she in ICE detention? No. She's walking free. But all of our political prisoners, all of our immigrant community members are not free yet. Mahmoud Khalil is still in detention. We're continuing the fight. We're continuing the fight till Mahmoud is free. We're continuing the fight till over 150 people detained in Seacon prison are free. We're continuing the fight until the deportation machine is destroyed, deconstructed. And how are we going to do this? We're going to do this by mobilizations like today. We're going to do this by mobilizing in our unions, in our workplaces, in our streets, in our communities, the largest mass mobilizations possible, showing that we have the power. Because at the end of the day, who controls society? We do. We do. The people that make it run, the people that drive the buses, the people that pick up the trash, the people that cook the food, the working class. So,
So one thing that we have to keep in mind is like the best way to prevent these detentions and these kidnappings that's happening in our community is organize ourselves.